the trial of Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine.
I don't know.
Come on down to Ghislaine.
Indicted.
The media wants you distracted from the U.S. banking crisis and the decline of the U.S. dollar.
Have participated in sexual activities with a minor, later identified as Virginia Drulip, who was allegedly trafficked for sex by Epstein. Please don't cancel us.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. And welcome back to the show on another episode of Please Don't Cancel Us.
Yes. I was gonna-
King Charles molested a boy.
Oh.
Imagine. It's not true.
Oh,
Imagine.
I would have believed it, you know? Yeah.
That should be a segment on the show.
What even happened with his,
You'll never believe what happened.
is it his brother, Prince Andrew?
Isn't Andrew like 30 years old, 40 years old?
No. The one that was
Murdered that
involved
family of
with-
6.
No, the Epstein family. With the Epsteins. Prince Andrew.
Can you take your hand off the mic? Thank you.
Yes?
What are we talking about?
Well, Prince Andrew was involved with the whole Epstein Island thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you not remember? So could you Google why he was there and if anything else was said
Why
about...
he was there.
No, shut up.
What would you like me to Google?
Is it what happened with
What happened
with Prince Andrew
with Prince
and
Andrew
Jeffrey
and
Epstein
Jeffrey Epstein
and his relation to Jeffrey Epstein?
in his relation
Oh,
to...
shut up.
Oh, I'm not supposed to type that in?
No, just look. Scandal. Yes, there you go.
Read it.
On the 30th of December 2014, a Florida court filing by lawyer.
Okay, we're hiring. We're officially hiring.
Paul G. Blah 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 alleged that
Edwards and Paul G. Cassell.
whatever that Prince Andrew was one of the several prominent figures to have participated in sexual activities with a minor, later identified as Virginia Drulip, who was allegedly trafficked for sex by Epstein. So he's part of it. The royals were part of it.
Okay.
So there you go. It's like, it's just all messed up. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but we know this.
Yes. So and
what else would
nobody,
you like to
and
say?
nobody is talking about it.
We're talking about it
Yeah,
right
now, but nobody, it's just like, oh,
And
well,
I don't even know what
whatever.
we're talking about. Maybe this is why people don't talk about it, because nobody actually knows what to talk about.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, oh, whatever, the royals, and now we're all celebrating the coronation.
Okay? I'm trying my best to follow
Oh,
you.
shut up, man. Just
Now we've
leave
jumped
it.
to the coronation.
Well, because it's the royals.
Okay, and what do you would like to say about the royals and the coronation now?
Oh my God. You know, you're making it difficult for me to talk.
What do you want to say?
Because you're so annoying.
Okay, I'll be quiet then.
You're just annoying because you're not participating in my conversation.
I'm trying so
No,
hard
you're
to be like, what
not.
are you trying to say and what would you like to do?
Oh,
and
you don't
tell me more about it.
Say it like that.
Okay,
Just
tell me more.
participate.
Tell me more.
It's not like you don't know about this.
I'm participating
What
now.
do you think about the fact that one of the royals was involved with Jeffrey Epstein?
I think it's insane, and I'd like to hear what you have to say about
Oh man.
it. I think it's crazy, but because you brought this up, I'm genuinely intrigued, and I would love for you to take us all on a journey.
Oh, I don't know more than this, but just because nobody's talking about it. Okay?
But you make so many, like, aggressive opinions.
Like what?
And call-outs, and
Like
you have
what?
so many intrinsic current conspiracy beliefs. Someone might think that you have a more rounded knowledge of the subject that you're
man.
talking about.
I just mentioned that this guy was involved, and isn't that wild? I didn't say anything
Well,
else.
clearly he's a pretty wild character.
Yucky.
I would call him quite wild, wouldn't you?
That's yucky. But they're just not like doing anything about it. And is he being prosecuted? No. Like, it's yucky.
He's not being prosecuted.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
Prince Andrew has settled a civil sexual assault case brought against him in the U.S. by Virginia Giuffre. Miss Giuffre had been suing the Duke of New York, claiming that he sexually assaulted her on 3 occasions when she was 17. 17 allegations he has reportedly denied.
Yeah, there you go. Repeatedly.
Is he criminally charged? Prince Andrew has never faced any criminal proceedings, but
Yeah,
was
there you go.
contacted for information multiple times by the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, while they were investigating Epstein's estate. Because it's a civil case, not a criminal one, the prince cannot be extradited to the United States of America. And the prospect of a senior British royal on trial, it is the case that would go down in city history. Prince Andrew's civil case does not carry the risk of jail time.
How crazy is that, though? How crazy is that? Just because you're a royal, you just... whatever. Don't you think? Right? Yucky. He looks like the type. Yeah, he's in the
Oh,
picture.
this guy! He kind of looks like Nick.
You think?
A little bit. I can see it. Oh, this guy.
See, do you not remember?
Totally, I was just messing
Yeah.
with you the whole time. No, but genuinely, it's a touchy subject, isn't it?
Yeah, but they just don't talk about it. They just don't talk about it.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject, isn't it?
How crazy is that, man?
It is a touchy subject.
Yucky.
A hot take? Can I give a hot
Yeah,
take? Okay,
yeah.
hot take time. So, I'm going to premise this by saying it's evil, and I don't condone it. But at the same time, like, you know that sometimes you have thoughts? Like, I don't know, you're watching porn, and then, like, I don't know, your dad pops into your head, and you're like, oh, God, fuck that. And your brain just does it. Like, sometimes I have thoughts.
Okay.
So, she looks old.
That's not what it's about, man.
I know, but I said it's evil. But look, she looks older,
that could be his daughter.
and she's 17.
Look, that
She's
could
17.
be his daughter.
She's 17. And how far away was she from 18? And now this is just all I'm saying is this. If he tied her up and then had his way with her while she was like kicking and screaming and she's like, no, that's totally different. But like, and I'm coming at this from a place of ignorance because I don't know the actual interaction that these two people had. But what if he thought it was just, what if he genuinely believed that he was just getting lucky?
Babe, he went to Epstein's Island.
Yeah, I know.
So what are
I'm
you
not talking
talking
about the
about?
other 50 times that he probably raped fish and children and all that stuff. I'm talking about this. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm not allowed to have a hot take.
There is no hot take.
Why?
Because that's just not okay. And it's yucky.
I know.
It's a royal, man, and he shouldn't be doing things like that.
I know. I'm not trying to defend the guy.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not trying to defend him. I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just trying to say, like, imagine if this was me. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I've never been to a weird island, and this is the first time that something like this has ever happened with me, and I slept with a 17-year-old because she showed me her ID, and her ID said that she was 21.
I mean, you know that's not what happened.
I know that's not what happened. I'm just trying to give a hypothetical. Listen, let's just take the whole Prince Andrew thing and put it in Satan's pocket and just leave it there, and let's just move on.
Okay.
Because I'm sure he did atrocious things.
Yes.
Speaking of atrocious things, I don't know if you want to get into this, but I saw that Amazon
Yeah.
is being accused of child trafficking, not because they do
What?
it on purpose, not because they do it on purpose.
Okay.
But here's like an example of like what they were doing.
Okay.
So, Duplessis zodiac sign astrological constellation personalized throw pillow for $9,999.
Okay.
And then you find it's a bit blurry. Let's see if I can actually click it and go to the actual Washington Post schedule.
QAnon. Con.
Don't read that. We're gonna get flagged if you mention things like that. Did you know that if you say the name of the medication that Joe Rogan used to treat his corona successfully, like in 24 hours and beat it, you get canceled from YouTube like pretty much
Are you
instantly?
serious?
The horse medication, you can't say it.
Are you serious?
Well, it's blurry, but I'll tell you basically what this says. So, a missing persons. Police department is searching for a 13-year-old Samara Duplessis.
Yeah.
Duplessis was last seen by family members on Thursday while taking out the garbage at her Southfield home. She is described as blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So basically, Amazon
Yeah.
is selling products like wardrobes. Here's a wardrobe.
Yeah.
Uh,
With the name of girl.
with the name of a girl or boy, and also with their age and some of their other descriptions. And you might think to yourself, like, why are we purchasing a cabinet for like $15,000? And then they also cross-reference that with like missing cases reports of children. So it was a way
What?
of legally processing an electronic transfer of funds, and then I'm sure they would just link through email or whatever, and then like pick up a location and
Whoa.
do the rest of the dirty deed.
But would that mean that?
I highly doubt that they're shipping them around, and I don't think that they're processing them at the factory. But
What?
do you know what I'm trying to say? So like these things, like why would you want to buy a weird fucking hat for $15,000 or $8,000?
But like, what the hell? So like, what? I'm just so confused. So, does that mean like that Jeff Bezos could be like trafficking people, or is it just through Amazon that people are doing it?
It has nothing to do with Jeff Bezos.
No, that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, so it's not the
Like
company
nothing
Amazon?
stops you. Like the company Amazon is like the equivalent of like Bull, right?
Yeah,
They're
that's what
just-
I'm trying to understand.
And on Bull, you can go and create a website, and you can sign up, and then you can sell your products if you're verified. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you just create a company, and then you list yourself on Amazon, and there you go.
That is crazy. So people that are child trafficking are using Amazon as their means to do it.
Well, they're
To
using
get like
Amazon.
legally paid.
They use a bunch of different websites and stuff like that. But the craziest thing is that a couple of hotels have been sued for alleged human trafficking cases.
Really?
Um,
But is this to do with Amazon or no? Is this something separate?
I don't know. It could be like where the drop-off location is or the pickup location is.
Yeah.
But
that's so horrible.
I'm trying to see. It's interesting that Google doesn't show you what you're looking for sometimes, huh?
That is so horrible.
But they discovered in a bunch of different hotels that they have these like hidden corridors and like these hidden back rooms.
yeah.
Like in a suite,
That's so crazy.
they'll have like a
But is this like children?
human
Yeah,
trafficking.
yeah, I understand. But is it child trafficking for like work or sexual purposes?
Probably
I don't
both.
know. That's so yucky. Oh, can you not watch this?
No, we'll get flagged if I show it.
Oh, okay. But then,
And it's a very long video. I just want to see if they have like a picture of what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
that is crazy, man.
Um,
Do you know which hotels it were?
yeah, I do.
Marriott. I just saw a picture. That is so crazy. But do they must know then, the hotels, or do they not know? It's not clear.
The thing is, it's built into the construction.
Yeah. What does that mean?
So like, imagine you rent a room in a
Yeah.
hotel. They found like they were staying in a room, and then they knocked on a wall and it was hollow, and then they like found a hidden latch and they opened it, and there was like a corridor that led to like 3 different rooms and like a soundproof concrete chamber where you could store up to like 30 people. Yeah, weird shit.
So
And that's built into the construction.
So what?
Yeah.
What the hell? That is so crazy. Hotel, motel.
It's difficult to find the
Holiday Inn.
actual list.
Yeah, like the list.
sure
of the
they hide that.
hotels. Yeah.
But I remember seeing Radisson Blue.
Did it say indicators of if your hotel is trafficking people?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't realize this.
Oh my god. These are hotels we can't go to then.
Well, it'll shock you. It will shock you if I can find the
Actual hotel.
actual
list.
hotels, because there was Radisson Blue, there was Hilton, there was
No.
Marriott. There's so many.
But like not all of them, just like specific ones. I'm assuming. But then when it comes to the Hilton hotels, is that like a franchise, so owned by separate people, or
Here.
is it like
Marriott, Hilton, Hyatt, and Windheim. 12 hotel chains named in a flurry of 2019 lawsuits from trafficking victims.
But, like-
Uh,
what?
Let's see if there's just a list here. Nope. There is not.
But does that mean all of the Hilton Marriott hotels, or?
No. You can't have like, I don't know how many how many hotels they have, like 150 or some shit. You can't have every single one involved in child trafficking, or human trafficking rather. But it's just insane to me that's a thing.
But like, is it then because the Hiltons own the Hilton hotels, right? But are they all owned by them, or is it like a franchise? So someone...
there's probably so many different owners now.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So like, then it's like separate owners that own a Hilton hotel.
Yeah.
And they do this, or what?
So it's a multinational hospitality company that manages and franchises a broad portfolio of hotels, resorts founded by Conrad Hilton in May 1919. The corporation is now led by Christopher J. Yeah, I'm sure, like, listen, when you have a company this big, man, you got to sell to shareholders.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. So, like, it's like separate owners. Imagine if you're the owner of, like, one of the Hiltons.
But you also can't control if a bunch of weirdos come in there for, like, a couple of years and they set up a whole... Like, listen, criminals are insanely good at what they do.
Yeah, of course they are.
And they like to hide in plain sight because you'd never think.
Yeah, exactly.
You would never think, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so sick to think that there's so much, like... crazy stuff happening right under our noses.
Yeah, like you've probably walked past someone the day that they got shot.
The day that they got shot?
Yeah, you never know, dude. Like you can walk past somebody. You've probably, listen, if you've driven down a highway for more than a couple of hundreds hours in your lifetime, you've most likely drove right past somebody being kidnapped. You're most likely driving past somebody who's either about to get raped or just got raped.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You've probably walked past murderers before.
Yucky. Probably.
You just don't know it.
Yucky.
That's the statistics that are around us all the time. And that's why I say it's better not to get into a fight with a stranger. Because you don't know.
No, you don't know how crazy they are.
You don't know what they're ready for.
That is so yucky, man. That is so, especially, well, in the area we live, I know for a fact there's criminals there. For a fact. In rich areas, there's always criminals, like good criminals that are good at what they do. So they make a bunch of money off of it, you know?
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
Nothing. Don't get distracted by the screen. I'm just looking for something.
Sorry. Oh, you were going to say about the guy, the woman that was shot. Do you remember the story you told me? The 84-year-old...
yeah, I don't want to talk about that. That's crazy.
Oh, no.
That's not even a current event. That's not
a
current event.
I thought it was a current event.
It's kind of current, but it's not that
happened.
recent. No, and it's also not worldwide news, so let's just...
Is it not?
Blow past that
Oh,
one.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So, yeah, that's crazy. Wild.
Okay, well, that's the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.
Well,
I hate you sometimes.
I hate you sometimes.
I hate that your conversational flow just collapses slowly, and then you're just like, I don't know.
And
totally.
What is there more to say about it?
If we're taking donations, if you guys can please just donate to the channel, we'll send her to improv classes, and
You're rude, man.
hopefully this will...
This is one of the most
That's very loud.
What the hell is that?
painful disorders you probably have never even heard of. It's called hydro. And it's a neurological disorder caused by an abnormal buildup of fluid around and within the brain. This excess fluid causes the ventricles to widen, putting harmful pressure on the brain's tissues. In the worst cases, those who suffer from this disorder describe the pain as blinding, with one individual saying on Reddit that the fluid buildup on your brain feels like your skull wants to split in two. Hydrocephalus is often present in varying severities at birth, but scarily can result over time from damage or injury. The most common treatment is by surgically inserting a shunt into the brain, which drains excess fluid into either the chest cavity or abdomen so the body can absorb it. This is...
I love how humans' solutions are so fucking primal sometimes. Like, the best medical treatment they can give you is by stabbing you in the head and waiting for it to drain.
But is this a grown person? Or a ginormous baby? Say that.
Don't laugh. Stop laughing. It's very rude. It's very rude. It's not a ginormous. It may. I'm not 100% sure. But it's wrong to. It's wrong.
Feel bad.
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh my god.
You're on the podcast.
What is this?
Oh, sorry. Goodbye.
Oh no! I mean, you're welcome to say something. What do you want to say? Just don't give personal information out, please, because you always do this.
What is happening right
It's
now?
my mother. Huh?
What did you say? Sorry.
No, just what do you want? But just don't give out personal information, please. Don't start reading your ID number.
No. What I wanted to know is if you have time and when you have time, please give me a call that we can chat a little bit.
Okay.
Aw.
I called you this morning and you didn't want to fucking chat with me. You hung up on me because I don't know why.
Because I couldn't remember what I wanted to chat about.
But I feel like if I call you back when we're done, you're just gonna say, "Why are you calling me?" And we're gonna start from the beginning again.
No, okay. In case I forget again, what I want to do is just to find out how you guys are doing, what is happening, what's going on, and so on.
Fine, nothing,
so
cool, great.
Remind me. No, phone me. We'll all have a nice chat. All right.
Looking forward.
Okay.
Okay,
Ciao.
ciao.
Love you.
Love you too.
Aw. She misses you, babe.
I'll call her when we're done and
She
see if she
misses
remembers.
you.
It is a
The most painful disorders you
human being.
I know,
You
but wow.
I don't know. I think it
That's
could be
so
like a
weird.
teenager. I think it's a teenager.
Yeah?
It looks like a teenager because that's no. That's,
Yeah, no, there's no
it's
way.
not. It's not a gigantic baby.
Well, I was just confused.
It's got to be like a younger child, like 9.
What, it's a big 9-year-old? I don't think so.
Before or after? Before this happened or after?
I don't know.
Because it's pretty big now, for sure. But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works, how that develops. It's so
Also, how would
crazy.
babies describe the pain if they can't talk?
Fair enough. But like the other video you saw, that was a baby because it happens in newborns. That's why he said that.
What?
Did you not see the baby later?
Yeah,
in the video?
I did see that. I have eyes.
My goodness. That is just so weird. Why are there so many? What is happening?
When in doubt, just go to Dylan Page.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Manouk shuts down and she doesn't know what to talk about anymore, just go straight to Dylan Page.
I think you should just DM him for a collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're both South African.
Oh, update. You remember the video
Update.
that I showed you guys from here?
Yeah.
With the mom that was
Yes.
trying to kill her
Yes,
child?
yes.
Well, that's not the original story. Okay, everybody's like, no, she's just trying to protect her baby. But
What
everybody's attacking her online.
Oh.
We were one of the first, but everyone's attacking her
Are you
online.
serious?
No, everyone is like, dude.
Come on. Get your
Like, let me see if I can
shit
find this other
together.
video.
Because she's like, come on. If you're a mom and you've got motherly instincts, you get the fuck up and you get your child, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would think. Like, if it's something else that's falling, it's a different situation. But, like, when it's your child, there's, like, this thing where you apparently get, like, crazy mother strength and you figure it out, right? To protect your children.
That's why. That's why
Yeah, that's
everybody's
why it's, like,
ripping her
weird.
apart. Especially because this video exists.
What is this? Show me.
So this is another video of a way worse situation.
Yeah.
And this is how I expect all mothers
Mothers
to
to
act.
react. Okay, I want to see it now. Oh, my God.
So she moves her baby out of the way. She gets hit by the car. Look at that. So woman takes the brunt of the impact of this car to save her child. So check this out. She sees it coming. I don't know if the car is doing this on purpose because
Yeah,
it
what
looks
the
like it's
hell?
aiming for her, and it looks like the second it hits her, it turns away. So I don't know what the hell is going on here. It's looked like he tried to like maybe hit the baby on purpose, but she pulls the baby out of the way, takes the impact, and watch her. Watch. Instantly up, doesn't give a fuck about the car. Instantly on the child. Instantly on the child. Just instantly. Like, her life doesn't mean anything. Her pain doesn't mean anything. She probably got really fucking hurt. And then you have that other bitch, that other fat bitch that's just like, oh no, I've stumbled and I can't get up.
But how does the other drive? Does he just drive off?
Well, I'll show you the rest of the video now, but I just
Oh
wanted to show
my.
you this part, which is so insane. She protects her baby, gets hit by a car aggressively,
Yeah.
and she's up within a second.
Yeah, doesn't think about it.
That's what you're supposed to do. Anyway, so the guy tries to run away. The car tries to get away, and the dude in the black truck is like, no, you're not going to get away. And stops him.
What a boss.
What a boss.
Oh my God.
That's totally
What?
something that like me or Stefano would do for sure.
Is there more about this story? I'm so intrigued. Did they, like, how could you just drive off like that? What the hell is wrong with you?
He panics, and then he's like, oh, you got to get out of here. And everybody tries to stop him.
Like, are you insane? Oh my God. Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you're not getting away, sir. Or woman.
I think the
Pronouns.
baby is fine. I don't think the baby would have been injured. If he was, very minor injuries. Like, look at the mom. She's a boss. She pulls him out of the way. He's
Yeah,
probably
oof.
still in the cot, in the thing. Like, the baby's fine.
What the fuck?
Maybe a little
though?
bit
Like,
scratched up.
How could you do that? Because look, he really moved into the pathway.
Right?
Like, look at that. He what? The
Like, if he was
actual-
really going off he should have hit the wall. He didn't even hit the wall. He just
No.
perfectly hits her.
Yeah.
Or rather, the baby.
Is there more to the story? Is
Look,
there,
and then
like-
immediately starts turning. And she got fucked up.
you would brake, get out of your car, and be like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Right? That's what you do if it's an honest mistake.
Dude, the first thought that would go through my mind is, I think I drove over the baby.
Yes.
And I would be so like, I would instantly out the car and the whole thing. You don't just hit somebody and then go like, oh, bye. And everybody's trying to stop him. And then this dude in the
Yes.
truck, if this dude wasn't there, man.
Oh my God. Yeah, good job. Like, honestly, that's amazing.
Yeah. He deserves
Is
a
there
new
more
truck.
to the story? I want to know what happened. Or is this just it? How long ago is this?
No idea. I think it's 4 months ago.
4 months ago.
Yeah, but it's only like circulating now for some reason. I'm only seeing it now.
Oh my God. So it's not long ago. But there's not more about the story? Like what actually
I
happened?
don't know.
If this was like on purpose? California? No, that's different. Woman takes brunt.
Oh, it is California. A teen
Yeah.
who rammed car into mother and infant child.
Oh my God. Yes, that's it.
Teen
And
who rammed a car into mother and infant child was on probation at the time of the incident.
Oh my God.
The 17-year-old who pleaded guilty
into the
to
woman.
driving a car into a woman working her child, he pleaded guilty to a stroller in Venice, California, has a
Wow.
criminal background and was on probation at the time of the incident. Fox News has learned the teenager was previously convicted of a felony poisoning after spiking a teenage girl's drink in 2019 at Palmdale High School, which sent her to the hospital.
Oh my God.
The 17-year-old was charged with 2 felony charges of assault by means of force likely to produce a great bodily injury and 1
Or
felony
death.
count. Did I miss death? Where's death?
No. I said or death. That's
Yeah,
what I
or
would say.
death, yeah.
Yeah.
Count of hit and run and pleaded guilty, but was sentenced to 5 to 7 months in juvenile probation camp. Prosecutor has described the camp as less than a military school and a little bit tougher than a summer camp.
What?
So he did this on purpose? Did he know the woman? Was this like his teacher that like ratted him out, or like?
Yeah, it's just like a tantrum. What? He should have been sentenced for longer than
Well, it depends on how much injury, the legal, blah blah blah.
that. Yeah, okay, if it's an actual accident.
Hmm.
What? Oh my God, that's crazy. Please, or is it
Yeah, Los
Someone
Angeles
with a
sheriff calls out.
criminal
Yeah,
record to kill me and my son? Someone with a
you're welcome to read louder for the rest of us.
Well, let me see. I thought those were the last minutes of our lives. We were dead. The mother who asked to be identified only as Rachel wrote in a victim's impact statement that feeling along with the memory of a car accelerating directly into us.
Accelerating.
Yes, into us. Will haunt me forever. Rachel also told Fox News that Gascon and his staff are highlighting their incompetence and their complete disregard for the victims. Someone with a criminal record, tried to kill me and my son. And George Gascon thinks that
George
5
Gascon.
Yeah, what a name.
George. It's George.
George. Sorry. The 5 months of camp is a sufficient punishment. Gascon's office took the time to falsely comment on my case, but has taken no time to ask how we were doing. That's because he doesn't care. Gascon has his staff are highlighting their incompetence and their complete disregard for the victim, she said. Police sources say that the driver, who was 16 at the time, initially told police that the mother appeared out of nowhere and hit her on accident with the stolen car. What? Stolen car? Ooh, out of nowhere? She's... What?
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere? With the stolen car. So was he running away or?
So he stole a car.
Yeah.
That's purposeful. Come on.
And then tries to drive off.
Well, in all fairness, if you're driving a stolen car, you want to get the fuck... You don't want to
Yeah.
pull over and now you're going to get caught and the police and you're on probation and I need to get away.
Oh my God.
It's like one of those Netflix shows like where things... You just make the wrong decision after wrong
Yes,
decision.
exactly. Well, then the guy in the Ram is like a hero for like just smashing into it. Or the girl, I don't know who it was.
Let's assume the
But-
gender of the person driving the car. Why don't we?
Yeah, okay. Crazy bitch could also be like someone that's like...
Let's just assume it's a guy.
Okay.
Let's just assume
Does it say? Does
that
it
a
say
guy
anything?
with a Glock 19 is driving the
wrong
fucking
with-
he's a Dodge Ram. He's wearing a fucking trucker hat, and he's got shorts on and probably a camo T-shirt. He probably
Boom.
watches Demolition Ranch every fucking night.
I want to see now and scroll down and see the woman that ran into...
The Asian woman who is now a hero.
Does it not say anything
No,
about
no.
it?
Why would it identify him?
I don't know. To stop him, you
Don't
know?
do that. Don't do that to me. Please.
Whoa, that is crazy.
It is crazy.
Oh, so this happened already in 2021.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No,
Look
it's
at,
current news.
Look at the video recording.
Stop with your headphone. You're ruining
I'm not
something.
doing anything with the headphone,
Thank you.
man.
This is a
Not
professional show.
everything is my fault.
Most things, you guys would be surprised. Most things are your fault. Yeah, so
Yeah.
crazy,
Wow,
right?
that
And
is-
now that just brings me back to this bitch.
Oh my God.
Where's she at?
I don't know. There.
Where?
There's, yes.
Come on, dude. Come on. Look at your competition. Come on. You can't. Come on. You fall. All you did was fall. You didn't even get hit by a speeding car, a stolen car with a teenager in it. You didn't get hit.
Oh my God. One of the comments.
She falls. She can't get up. Her ass is hanging out. Or no, that's her back. Her back looks like another pair of ass cheeks. That's how you know you're fat. How if you ever Google, how do I know if I'm fat? If you look in the mirror and your lats are creating another fucking set of ass cheeks, that's how you know you're fat. Look at that.
That's so aggressive, babe.
What do you mean?
Oh my God. Look at one of
You
the
know what I don't
comments.
understand? If I saw a fucking obese squirrel, that's actually cute. Hold on. But if you see an
Like Miloš.
obese dog with an owner, it's disgusting,
It's disgusting.
right? Most things in nature, when they're obese, are like, what is wrong with this
Yeah,
thing?
that's not real.
And with humans, they're like, it's body positivity.
It's not.
I'm allowed to eat donuts at 6 o'clock in the morning with a caramel frappuccino and 4 bags of
Listen,
sugar.
in nature, we don't have an unlimited amount of food. Like if we were just like living off of the nature.
I try so hard, man. I try so hard.
I'm actually really intelligent. Okay.
You are, but for some reason,
It comes out like a dumb blonde sometimes.
in nature,
Oh, dear.
in nature.
Oh God.
It's so
No,
hard
I don't
sometimes. You
know.
make it
They
so
sucked
hard.
me out as a
sometimes.
baby. Something went wrong there. That's what I blame, you know? That's where the neural pathways sort of just fucked out, I think. I know what I'm trying to say, it's just not coming out correctly.
Oh, you know how we're immigrating to the United States?
Of America. Yes?
It's going to take a little bit longer than we thought.
Why?
1,500 troops to the southern border, and Texas have mobilized their own tactical border force, which includes as many as 10,000 National Guard members, all in preparation for Title 42 to expire in just 48 hours. Footage shows huge lines of migrants already lining up in anticipation, while official figures show that in the last 72 hours alone, there have been more than 26,000 migrant apprehensions and 7,400 known gotaways. If you didn't know, Title 42, which has been in place for the last 3 and a bit years, is a public health act invoked by the Trump administration in 2020 and granted U.S. authorities emergency powers to stop the spread of diseases. So for the past few years, not only was the U.S. allowed to swiftly expel those attempting to cross the border, but under the policy, many migrants were blocked from requesting asylum at all. For perspective, Title 42 was used to expel more than 2 million people in just 1 year alone. But on the 11th of May, it expired, causing officials to brace for an influx of migrants attempting to cross the border illegally. Estimates are up to a staggering.
Whoa, I'm confused. What's going on?
Whoa, what is happening? Why is it...
Hyundai have just released the...
Excuse me.
Oh.
If you thought your US have just deployed 1,000... If you thought your school
What
was
is happening?
Huh.
New shocking videos have leaked from the
Okay, and we're back.
US have just deployed... May it expires, causing officials to brace for an influx of migrants attempting to cross the border illegally. Estimates are up to a staggering 13,000 a day and near 400,000 a month. Border Patrol reports that there were over
Biden
18,000
administration
known
about
gotaways at the
to see
border
that.
last week alone, which is roughly equivalent to a full-capacity NBA arena. And they believe these numbers are only going to get higher as the week goes on. But of course, as this situation develops, I'll keep you guys updated. US have just deployed 1,000...
So explain this to me, because I'm confused.
So when Trump was president,
Yes,
he
there was
kicked a
wall.
lot of people out.
Yeah.
He kicked so many people out.
Yeah.
Like, so many people out that just were not supposed to be there, I guess.
Yeah, it's always a hard one, isn't
But
it?
in the bill that he passed in order to kick these people out, there's like an expiration date for how long it's valid. And
Yeah.
the Biden administration is saying that this is Trump's fault because he kicked all these people out. And now it's expired, and they're flooding America, and you shouldn't vote for Donald Trump.
But
And then
can't they just extend it?
that's exactly what everybody else is saying. Like, can't you just extend it then, or like monitor it, or know it's coming at least? You can't just be like, oh, we completely didn't realize that this thing was gonna happen.
I forgot about this. Like, what?
It's like we give you trillions of dollars a year. You don't have the time or the resources or the money to remember things. Like you don't have
Pandemic,
Google-
it took up
Google
a lot
calendars?
It took up a lot of my energy.
maybe
every
the
time.
maybe the government just needs a shared calendar.
And Russia, we didn't expect that. I mean,
And then we're covering up that whole pipeline nonsense.
I mean, it's all unplanned. I didn't
Oh,
take
by the way,
this into
did
consideration.
you know that the people covering up the pipeline explosion have now released an article saying that the boat that was used to transport
the pipe?
the explosives that were used to blow up the pipeline, they named the type of the boat. And this is something that you should ask your dad because he knows boats. And they say that, hey, whoever is covering up the pipeline story, first of all, I don't envy you because, hey, tough job. Secondly, the boat that you used
Yeah.
is too small to transport the amount of explosive that they use. I think they used like 500 kilos or more. I don't know. Like they used a lot of fucking explosives, and they planted explosives in 3 different locations.
Okay.
And they say the boat would sink to the bottom of the ocean with that much weight. It wouldn't physically be able.
So what is the cover up though?
The cover up is, well, first of all, they're covering it up.
Yeah, but what are they saying? That the boat that was used that they found, which is not the U.S. boat, or what? Like they're saying it's a different boat?
Yeah, I don't know what they're saying.
No.
Report says that 6 guests chartered the boat from this home port in Rostock, Germany for about a month in the Baltic Sea. The boat headed off to Denmark. The alleged bombers selected a comfortable and well-appointed Bavaria 50 as their sabotage vessel.
I'm confused. So is this the cover up story and it doesn't add up?
Yeah.
Is that what they're saying? So like
This is the boat. And the amount of explosives, first of all, wouldn't fit on this boat, and secondly, would sink it to the bottom of the ocean.
Cover up story.
This is the cover-up story.
So they're like, no, yeah, we found the boat that did it, and this is the boat, and it's not our boat. Is that basically
Yeah.
what's being said? Why would you use a sailboat?
But they're also saying that
What? So it doesn't add up. So it's just
six
like
guests chartered the boat. Listen, you need a gigantic boat, and you need precision equipment, and you need highly trained specialists to be able to dive with You need explosive experts. You need diving experts.
it's not like some guys going on a yacht trip. That
You need radar experts. You need fucking accounting
But
experts.
who makes this cover story? Are you stupid?
Apparently, everybody is fucking retarded. Apparently.
It's like, yes, this is a good one. I think we should go with this story. What? Even a dumb blonde like me can see that doesn't work.
It's
right?
insane.
What the hell is going on? They're so stupid. I don't understand. But like, if you look at people that you watch, like podcasts of, and they're quite like Americans, they're patriotic, right? Most of the time. Yeah. Do they?
All of the time.
All of the time. But do they look at this and go, yeah, that's true? Do they defend it?
Most Americans, in my opinion, look at this kind of stuff and they go, yeah, we bombed it. I'm pretty sure that... I mean, I didn't bomb it, but I'm pretty sure my government bombed it.
Yeah.
But then there's also a gigantic proportion of Americans which say no.
But do they then just, like, blame Biden for it? Or...
What do you mean?
Like, because...
Does who blame Biden?
Well, the people that you follow or watch podcasts of or things like that.
Why don't you ask a question and then I'll be happy to answer it?
Well, I don't want to call anyone out or anything. So I'm just asking. Like,
just call them out. Like, I mean, we need the clout.
Okay, so you watch like Bad Friends and Joe Rogan and things like that. What do they say about this? Like, are they openly like supporting one political party over the other, or not really? Are they like sort of in the gray area?
That's an interesting one because
Yeah.
Brian Callen seems like he's on board with most conspiracies and most like right-wing ideologies. However, he also tends to like pull back and say like, come on, you really think everybody's keeping this a big secret?
Yeah.
Whereas Brendan Schaub, you know, what's funny is because I used to watch them before the lockdown.
Yeah.
And they were very united on most things.
Yeah, like against or for?
Well, it doesn't matter. They were just very united in their opinions. And now, after the pandemic, you can see that Schaub did what you did, and he went deep down the conspiracy rabbit hole. Deep down. And, like, I mean, he got the vaccine because he still wanted to travel and do shows and all that stuff. Yeah, he got the vaccine for sure. But just recently, they had an episode where they were talking about somebody who died from, like, heart problems, like some athlete. And then, it's in the NFL. There's this guy in the NFL that can't play anymore or something happened to him because of a medical problem. It's the first time in NFL history that this kind of thing has happened to this type of caliber of an athlete. And Brendan Schaub is just like, it's the vaccine! Yeah. And then Brian's like, okay, hold on. It's like, well, what do you think it is? First time in NFL history?
He's got it, though.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Joe Rogan...
Are they sort of split? Are they still... Oh, yeah, they still do a podcast together, right?
Yeah. But Joe Rogan, I'm not sure about because...
He's a bit more careful, no?
He's very careful to have an opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, he'll have a lot of people on the show...
Which sort of show the opinion.
That give their opinion.
Yeah, and then it sort of shows where he's at. But, like, when it comes to, like, the Nord Stream pipeline, does he call it out? Or does he agree? Does he talk about it? Does he support Russia? Does he support the U.S.? Because none of them will support Russia. That's a fact, right?
The thing is...
Would Brendan Schaub support?
Here's the thing. The thing is...
Brian Schaub? I mixed them up.
Brendan and Brian. The thing is, when I see them talk about Russia...
Yeah.
They are not hardcore fuck Russia, those communist bastards.
Yeah.
But it's almost like they have something they want to say, but they don't say it. Because the thing is, like,
curious.
You are an American with an American show, which podcasts and streams to Americans.
Yes, exactly.
And if you say, I'm a right-wing American,
and then
your left-wing viewership dies.
Yes.
And vice versa.
Yes.
So when I see them talk about Ukraine or Russia or China or these situations, like with China, it's easy because you could just say, they're a global superpower and they're taking
Yeah,
over
nobody
and they're
really
making
like.
a lot of
It's
smart
funny, right?
moves.
It's not
and
like they're the evil superpower. Like
no,
they
no, no,
don't.
no.
Nobody talks about China
Which they are.
like that.
They're
Yeah,
the
yeah.
leader of what's going on
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah,
Like
that's
it's China versus the West, and they're just using their puppets.
yeah, yeah,
Everybody's
yeah,
using puppets.
for sure.
But what I'm saying is,
Because I know, for example, my uncle, right?
Mhm.
He even said, "Yeah, you should stop using TikTok because he's very right wing, but pro U.S. everything."
Yeah.
So, but then again, if you're against what Biden is doing, then you're against his decisions, which are U.S. decisions. So then
The
that
thing is, like,
sort of
if you want to be patriotic with the whole Nord Stream thing, here's my opinion: accept that America did it,
yeah.
and just be like, "Damn right we did," and we covering it up. You fucking bitch.
Instantly
Just like
went
go,
redneck.
but just accept that that's what your country does. Like, America destabilizes and sanctions people that do
Yeah.
not agree with their
Yeah.
status quo. That's
Yeah.
what they do. They use they strong arm them with the U.S. dollar, with the currency. That's why BRICS nations are so threatening to the economy of America,
Yeah.
because they're forming together
Yeah.
and they're looking out for themselves and they're looking out for each other, and they're creating a new reserve currency which is directly linked to natural gas or resources or materials, which, for example, the Western world is 100% dependent on. They get it from these other countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Now, those countries are creating exclusive deals. Now, why is this a problem? Well, I'll tell you. If the only blackmail you have on someone
Yeah.
is that video of them having sex with the maid and you're going to show it to the wife,
Yeah.
and then one day he's like, I'm sick of this shit, and he goes up to his wife and he's like, look at this. Your blackmail is gone.
Yeah.
And you have no more power. That's what they're doing. They're saying, we're going to do this new thing, and we don't need your currency anymore.
Yeah.
And it's a long game, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, America has no more power. They have no more gambling chips. They have no more bargaining tools, nothing. And then what do? Well, I'll tell you, you go down kicking and screaming, and you bomb pipelines, and they just tried to assassinate Putin. America just tried to assassinate Putin. They sent a fucking missile to the Kremlin. And they said, and they used a Ukrainian missile to do it, and they launched it from Ukrainian soil. But I guarantee you the precision and the fucking planning and everything and the UAVs
But
and
doesn't that mean like instantly war?
No,
then?
because it's not officially from the United States. It's all it's a touchy subject, but the thing is, like, it is America. Like, look,
Yeah, show me this.
And we just, got word, of course, today from the office of Putin that they're blaming Washington for this attack on the Kremlin, which is not a surprise. Which is not a surprise to any of us who've been following this for any length of time. Everything that's really been directed out of Ukraine has been directed by NATO and the United States.
Thank
so
you.
It's not a surprise. And we just, got word, of course, today.
What?
everything that's happening in Ukraine.
This is an actual news?
No, so
No.
this is okay, so shout out, his name is, if I could just, thank you, Real
Clayton.
Clayton
Morris.
Morris on TikTok.
Yeah.
He has a podcast, which you guys
Yeah.
should go watch. I think he does it with his wife. I think that's his wife.
Oh, really?
And I think what they've decided to do is create an independent journalist channel that is just non-biased, facts only, and that's what
Yeah.
we need, right? Because
Yeah.
that's the deficit.
Yeah.
So he created this channel, and he's one of my favorites.
What's with Epstein and Gates? What is that?
Where?
Look there, the third one.
This?
Yeah, since we were
I
talking
want to
about
kind of go back to that point that they make in this piece. Gates has repeatedly said that he'd just like to have dinner with Epstein, 36 times? And then these new reports show that he
laughing,
vetted
like-
legal counsel, that Epstein vetted legal counsel for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and that he told people that he was, quote, managing money for Mr. Gates, which is really interesting. That seems to me a new revelation. Although spokespeople for Bill Gates continue to insist that Epstein totally misrepresented his relationship when talking to other people. So I want to kind of go back to that point that they make in this piece.
it's
Gates
all a big mess. It's like, look, they're all intertwined. The royals, Bill Gates, Epstein. It's just, what the hell? That's so
What
crazy.
I'm about to show you is arguably the biggest story in the world right now, in my opinion, but it's being totally ignored. So the United States just announced it's getting ready for war with China and Putin at the same time for a very important reason. Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin are about to completely alter the international power structure and the monetary system. This is why they're getting ready for war. No other reason. The biggest story in the world happened this week in Moscow, and your mainstream media ignored it. This week, Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin signed 14 different documents in their face-to-face meeting. The biggest had to do with trade and currency. It's perhaps the biggest story in the world right now, but again, the U.S. media was obsessed with something else.
He could be days away from becoming the first former president to be indicted.
Donald Trump is under multiple criminal inquiries.
If he's about to be arrested, it almost certainly means he's going to be indicted.
The media wants you distracted from the U.S. banking crisis and the decline of the U.S. dollar. Can you imagine? Probably the most important story in the world happened this week, and it almost got no attention. So let me know in the comments if your newscasts in your local markets covered this story. Probably not.
Yeah, and he's amazing. And he's amazing. You should follow him because he's American,
Yeah.
but he's extremely non-biased, and he's just coming out with the truth. And the thing is, it's undeniable when he says this kind of stuff. Like, look, Netherlands.
The Netherlands will start buying out farmers' businesses at between 100 and 120% of their appraised value. This plan was approved on Tuesday by the European Union as part of a plan to cut nitrogen emissions by half by 2030. The Netherlands.
Yeah, I know. It's just insane, man. Poor
You have
farmers.
RFK Jr., who's speaking out against the powers that be, says he wants to end military bases, U.S. military occupation around the world, bring the troops back home. He wants to prosecute people who pushed mandates and COVIDism on the American people. So, of course, YouTube swept in, started deleting these videos, copyright striking people, medical misinformation on people like him and others. Really, really awful. And then, of course, you see this in the mainstream media and the mainstream broadcast media, like ABC News. So ABC News sits down and does an interview with him and then is caught later admitting that they cut out huge swaths of the interview when he was explaining his position on COVID and vaccines and other things.
It's just crazy.
Oh my God. It's just wild, man.
Yeah.
What is happening?
And the last thing I'm going to say is that the whole Biden family is being investigated as we speak because of the corruption and the collusion that they've apparently been a part of. And it's not looking good for him, which is crazy that they let him be president in the first place. Like, you're basically electing criminals, and then like a month before they're done with their job, you're like, oh no, I had no idea that you murdered four people.
Isn't it like with Clintons the same thing, though? Because they're criminals, are they not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. What is happening? Like,
You know what? Nothing crazy is happening. This is just what happens when you give people power and you try to take it away from them. Like, you start getting collusion and conspiracies, and you get these weird relationships and bribery, and you start getting falsified information. I mean, listen, NATO doesn't want to disband because of how much money and blah, blah, blah and power they have. But America runs NATO.
yeah.
So if you think that they're just sending billions of dollars to Ukraine and being like, good luck. We're not allowed to get involved, so good luck, guys. Bye. No. Because the thing they care about most is money and power.
Yeah.
So they're sending it, but they're also saying,
purpose.
we're in charge.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't have U.S. troops on the ground.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have U.S. blah, 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 okay? But they're controlling the entire operation. I guarantee you that they're like sitting, this is the border, and Americans are sitting here with a microphone, and they're like, okay, now what you have to do, take a step to the left, and now bomb, okay, and now do this, and now give this speech, and now do this, and do that. They're not in, Ukraine is not in control of fucking anything. And that's why when Zelensky was like, at the beginning of the war, when he said, I'm open to peace treaty negotiations because I really don't want this to escalate with Russia, that's when Boris Johnson flew to Ukraine and said, if you fucking do it, we're gonna murder your fucking family, bitch. And against his will, they were forced into this war. Why? Because if Russia and China were left unchecked, to just do their thing, they would be so much further ahead.
Of course they would.
You needed to slow them down.
Yeah.
You needed to sanction them. You needed to cut their ties to the rest of Europe. You needed to slow them down because you're also building your own pipeline. You're also trying to strengthen your own currency. You're also dealing with your own stuff. And it's a power struggle.
Yeah.
You needed to cut them off. If this war didn't exist and America was just like, whoop, we're just going to look the other way, where do you think China and Russia and Saudi Arabia and all those places would be now?
Yeah.
If they were just left to do their thing.
Yeah.
They don't care about Taiwan.
No.
They don't care about
course
Ukraine.
They don't.
They care about Ukraine as much as they care about Afghanistan. If there's oil or resources or some kind of weird power that they can gain, that's why
100%.
they're there.
And it's so crazy, right, that they just talk about a different news story and make that like the big thing as like a, in Dutch we say bliksemafleider, like a, just a distraction, right? So like, yeah. Just to get our attention, like, look over here. So you don't know what's going on there. Yeah,
Slide a hand.
Yeah. Like,
I'm just going to
look,
do
look,
this so that I can do like one of these.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what they do.
That's what they're doing.
And that's why I think this guy is like doing
Because they did it.
the good
They
deed.
did it with what was it? With the trial of Ghislaine Maxwell.
Jizz Lane.
I don't know.
Come on down to Jizz Lane. We got all the types that you're looking for. Over here on the left, we got yellow jizz, white jizz, clumpy jizz, smooth jizz.
That's so
Fluorescent jizz. Come on down to Jizz Lane. Jizz Lane to the Maxwell. There's a well in the middle of the town that's just called Jizz Lane Maxwell, and it's always overflowing with jizz.
How do you say your name?
Huh?
Is that how you say your name?
Ghislaine.
Okay.
Right? Because Jizz Lane is totally inappropriate and different. But it would be pretty accurate. Like, I mean, if her parents knew that she was going to turn out to be that evil of a person, they would call her Jizz Lane. Yeah.
Oh, God. I didn't see that one coming.
Do you think that's how she recruited the girls?
How?
I don't know.
Come to Jizz Lane?
Like a little pamphlet. Have you heard of Jizz Lane? What the fuck is that? Well, it's a little island that we made. We got a slip and slide. Bouncy castle. Got all the stuff.
Oh, my God.
Where do you guys get the jizz? Well, that's where you come in. Okay, we need farmers. We need people to farm the jizz. It's like, oh, that's fine. And I get to use Jizz Lane for free? Yeah, you get to use it for free. You can run around and play outside and jump in the pool.
With all your girlfriends.
The pool's full of jizz.
Oh, that's so yucky.
It would probably smell so bad and get like
yuck.
coagulated and like
like
sour
yuck.
milk. Like sour milk.
That makes me feel sick, man. Ew, yucky.
You got you got some pool water in your mouth.
Yucky.
Yeah, you swallow it a little bit. That's terrible. Belly flops would be different. You'd just stay on the surface and slowly sink.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
Well, I think...
Well, we've made it. That's it. Congratulations. Episode 30.
Is it 30? I think it's already 31, no?
It's 30 episodes.
30 episodes.
Why did the guy that created the name for the lisp call it a lisp? That's rude. Why couldn't you have just called it a lip? Just remove the S. It's a lisp.
Lisp.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank
Subscribe
you.
and like. Because my co-host is not very good at her job.
Hey, shut up.
And I need us
The
to
whole
get better.
Jizz Lane would have never happened if I wasn't here.
I drove the entire joke. You just
Yes.
you sat there and laughed, and you were like, I could make a reel out of this. I saw your brain think. I saw your brain think. I should laugh a little bit more aggressively because in the reel, it's going to be even better if I just laugh a little bit more. I see it. This is why I'm not on social media, because I see through all the shit.
That's why you should
Deny
be on social media.
Deny it if it's untrue.
I did think this would be a good
Oh, thank you very much for watching us. Catch us next time on episode 31. Goodbye. Look out for the reel.